There are many people who think that they're going to acquire their success. You're not going to acquire your success. You're going to execute it. There are many people, you read several books. You've read maybe every business book that came out that was on that list. It's like, this is the book to read. You were there. Your library is full, like Ty Lopez. You've taken the right courses. You've worked on yourself. But the thing is, you have not executed your success. Now, what do I mean about executing your success? You have to do something. Reading is not enough. Reading is good. Attending conferences is great. Doing all that stuff is great. Networking is great. But at some point, you have to push forward and do something. And I mean, it has to be a big do. It has to be over the top. You have to push yourself, because I've seen so many people who are trying to acquire their success by one more course. Well, if I get this customer, or if I get this interview, or if I get, you can't acquire your success. You must execute your success. And before we get a little deeper into that, if you want to execute your success, I've got some stuff for you. Because one of the things that helped me get out of my situation was a high level of action. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to move you from where you are to where you want to be. Now, if you want more help with executing, you want more help with being about that massive action, join Hustler Mindset Life Skills. There's so many wonderful things. You want to make money. You want to get a better relationship. You want to manage your money better. You want to deal with the mother of your child in a different kind of way where you're winning versus losing. Make sure you join Hustler Mindset Life Skills today. The Founder Special is going on to August 26th. Now, let's just jump into this. I have many people who get upset with me because of my rapid execution and implementation plan. I have been working towards this point with the website I just showed you. That's something I've been working on for about 2.5 years. Let me give you an example of what happens to people who are stuck in slow mode, who are stuck in tortoise mode. Glendon, I know last month you put that course out. I've had someone's like, you're moving too fast. And I wonder about the quality of the courses. Last hangout, or the last webinar, someone took the trunicated 30 days to 2,500, which is on Udemy, trunicated. And that got them from a bad situation to now they're living in their own apartment, taking that course. Let me be clear. Let me be distinct. My shit works, but if you don't work, it will not work for you. And that's one of the things, because that's why I'm doing this Hustler Mindset Philosophy talk for you, because so many people are in that acquire mode. And one of the things about having these courses and looking in there, and what I like about this one is I can see where you are. And some people are just like rushing through it, acquire the knowledge, but you're not doing the work. You can't just read up on it and have your brain buggling with all of this information that you don't do shit with. You've got to do something with it. You've got to put something out there. You got to put some energy, some effort, some time, and you got to suffer some losses. That's what Hustler Kung Fu is about. The Do Dojo. You got to do some stuff, make some stuff happen, build on your success, but you can't. Now, I will go with one that I remember, and it was from this guy, and it's like, I just don't know about the quality of these courses. You're putting too much stuff out. You're moving too fast. I need time to think. Long story short, the course that he was interested in, which I proved to not be a good course. Now, let's talk about this. Say that I went slow down so he could stay up with me. You understand? And I did that, right? And instead of going through my implementation and testing process and finding out very quickly if this was a course that I should promote, if I had just kept it slow, really slow, so he could be there, I would have lost so much money, so much time that I would have lost my mind. There are people who want, when I put out the concept, and I will tell you, I'm always testing, putting stuff out. The stuff that's in Hustler Mindset Life Skills, some of that stuff I've been working on for years. testing, refining, changing, shaping up. And what my problem wasn't so much I was moving too fast. I didn't have the right infrastructure. If you've taken any of my courses, if you've been with me since the storage auction days, your business can only go so high as your infrastructure. And my infrastructure was jacked, and not because the platforms I was using were jacked. It's just my ambition was bigger than what they were geared for. I can tell you with conversations with Vidcaster's CEO, Kevin, I always mess up his name. The organization was wonderful. They were kind to me. They actually implemented stuff. They took my ideas and put them on the site. And it just still wasn't enough because my ambition was bigger than what they were trying to do, because they were going in this direction and I was going in that direction. So it wasn't really a harm or foul deal. It was just, I got this ambition that I want to execute on you. I just want to skeet my ambition all over you. Yep. If you got wet, it should feel good. And that was the thing. You got to execute, because if you sit back and wait, and there's one of the principles of the Marines, United States Marines leadership. Once you get 75% of the information, go, because by the time you get 100%, conditions have changed. And that's what I operate. I operate sometimes on 45, 50%. I was like, okay, this is good enough. We're going to push forward. And there's been some losers, but overwhelmingly, I've won more than I lost with that tactic. And as long as it's working, I'm going to keep doing it. And that's one of the things that happens when you execute with people who are not used to execution. They're used to acquiring. Give you the whole thing with internet marketing. Recently, I had an experience that I'm going to share with you. And it was about internet marketing. And it was this question. And it was a writing group. And I actually left the writing group because of the shit that went down. And it's nothing against the owner of the group. You know, we're friends. I told her what happened. And actually, she jumped and did shit. But it was just, I realized that my ambition was bigger than what they were trying to do. And that's why there was all this boom, 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 friction and lightning and thunder and all this stuff. It was someone just saying, is an email list effective? And I just like almost fell out of my chair. Like, of course an email list is effective. It's one of the best things you can do if you're selling something online. So I went in and put in my 250. Then this moderator, this John Wayne, somebody put a badge on my chest. I'm now the authority. And what this is what I said. Email lists rock. Properly done, you can send an email every day. It's about creating value. If someone walked up to you and said, hey, here's $50 every day, would you say, no, don't give me that 50? No, you'd be looking for him the next day. He took that as, that's a self-promotional spam. I did not mention my website. I didn't mention what I do. I was trying to truly be helpful. And it pissed the shit off of me. I mean, I was pissed off. I mean, I just had steam. My head was like, who is this motherfucker? And then he did the bitch move of blocking me. And I was like, oh, he's one of those. And I left because, like I said, there's a lot of good people on that site, but the way that I do my writing business, they're not ready. They're not ready for that. That's just like, you're trying to teach me Shaolin Kung Fu before I've mastered the Buddhist Kung Fu. I'm not ready. So I'm not ready. I mean, it was just like that. And then I just got rankled because he was some, like I said, John Wayne, I've got the badge and I have authority and power. So I will do this because I just think, and send me this little nasty bitch email. I was like, if I could get my hands on you. So we went through that, and I just left because this happened before when I joined that group. I said something and everybody attacked me. And about 3 years later, what I said came to fruition, but nobody was going to say, you were right. That wasn't happening. They were just like, well, this is the new thing and everyone's doing it. Yeah, no, we don't remember that. Yeah. And it was just, I realized that I'm going to create my own writing deal. It's going to be part of the Hustler Mindset Project platform, not Hustler Mindset Life Skills. And with that, someone asked about business credit. 2009, when I had my 3 blogs, there was Business Credit Mentor, there was Passionate Friday, and Urban Pack Rat. So, excuse me, I'm going to do business credit at some point in the hustler mindset life skills. I learned about it. I will tell you, at one point, I had a Home Depot credit card, Home Depot MasterCard with a $100,000 limit. Business credit, no PG. That program is no longer available. That was before the big meltdown. Because I remember I had the card and I didn't have anything on it. And then it was like, this program is canceled. I was like, I bet, because it was sweet. But there's still things out there that you can do, and it's still something worthy of doing if you have a business. Now, with executing your success, putting it out there, you've got to push, babe. That's what, someone said something in the group, and I didn't get on him because he was talking about Grant Cardone. He looks like a tool. Grant Cardone is not a tool. He just tells the truth in the manner that most people cannot absorb, because it's just you, or if you ain't working, you're losing. He's got that thing. He's got the family involved. He's got the kid. Because if you ever go to his channel, look for the story about the milk and cookies. And so with his daughter, and they're on the plane. It's like, you want those cookies? Go ask for those cookies. You want those cookies? I mean, that's just who he is. And in this hyper competitive environment that we're entering into, because you're thinking it's competitive now. It's not competitive now, because why? Most people don't execute hard. They try to acquire their success. They try to go to all of these conferences, because in the last few years, I've been to maybe 3 conferences. That's it. 3, maybe 1 a year. Because when I get these messages from the group, because when I'm working, when I'm executing my success, I'm like, hey, where are you? I'm like, don't answer that. I mean, I have a firm policy. I got 2 phones, and there's one I leave kind of over, and that's just strictly for emergencies. And the people who are in that inner circle where I'm going to get on my high horse and go running for the emergency, no, you don't hear from me. If you text me, and if you text me, you don't hear back from me. And it better be an emergency. If you put in the back code, you something flare, it better be an emergency, because you cannot be successful without a high level of execution. The best salespeople, they execute. The best CEOs, they execute. You will have to execute your success. You are not going to acquire it with all of the knowledge building and all watching. And yeah, there's people who watch my videos all day long. I appreciate you, but if you don't take this information and go out and execute, you're wasting your time. And that's the truth. That's just the reality of it. So if you want to be successful, forget about acquiring your success, and you want to execute. Now, how does one go from the traditional Western, I went to college, acquiring my success, I've paid my dues, acquiring my success, to executing my success? Number 1, you have to give yourself permission to do whatever the fuck you want that does not break the law. If it doesn't break the law and it doesn't infringe on the rights of other people, you can do it. I was giving the guy some legal advice, and someone said, well, you're not an attorney. And I was like, that doesn't change the fact that the law and the statute says X, Y, and Z. I don't have to be an attorney to recognize that law says X, Y, and Z. Well, it's just probably not right. You need to go. And that's that. I'm not smart enough to handle my own business, because I'll tell you, like, what people are hearing in the child support thing. I got my child support case this fucking miss. How? Execution. I did not stop. People's like, man, you're not going to win. Dude, no one beats that. No one beats that. You should just go ahead and do the right thing. What are you doing? You're just beating your fist against the wall. Your bloody fist, man. You got bloody fist. Then I hit my friend up, and I was like, as soon as it happened, I got the paperwork. I texted him the dismissal, and he was like, holy mo, who the fuck are you? How the fuck did you do that? Shit, I want your fucking kung fu. God, I didn't know it was possible. I thought it was automatic. Yes, he's foreign. And you can't listen to that. I had so many people try to dissuade me from doing this and this and this. And it's because I'm going to show you something. And this is, I mean, there was this guy who put up this comment. He said, people like you make me want to be black. And I put it up on my personal Facebook page in the group. That shit was funny as hell. But this comment this morning, let me find it. This one is like, oh, this one is really deep, because dude goes hard. And many people don't seem to understand A lot of folks don't get me. They think I'm one way when I'm another. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It was from yesterday's AM Hustle. All right. Load the comments. Load the comments. I'm going to read it to you because it's some good stuff. All right. You got to be kidding me. Sometimes I hate the way that the comments load because I have to go to the comment page to see everything. Because this one has a lot of comments. All right, here it is. And actually, it's Law 27. This is from Morning. Let's see, wait a minute. I'm sitting there, spouting on like you can see it, but you can't see it. Hold on. Let me make my Kung Fu better for you. Hold on, hold on. Ah, there's my Kung Fu. It's actually the strategy words Law 27, I believe. Become the pig to eat the tiger. Sad how these guys in the comments are debating religion and stuff, but miss that gold you dropped there. I agree. Feign weakness and insignificance. That's some thick-faced black heart stuff right there, GC. Just go and check out the comment, Morning Blue. I'm probably going to print this up and throw it up in the group because this is really, really good because he goes deep with a lot of stuff. And here's something else. And I think, this is really, really good for what we're talking about now. If you share doubts to those you love, they will be terrified. They will project a whole litany of their insecurities, personal weakness, and faithlessness onto you because you're being a product of them, parents, an associate of them, friends, somehow believe that you too must share the same weaknesses. And if you it turns into hostility because if you resist their support, you're not only just pursuing your own dreams. No, to them, you are also rejecting their entire worldview. Boom. I don't know how many times I have talked about that on this channel. I don't know. I mean, just being attacked for trying to be free. That right there sums up so many things that happens because there's this guy, Tyler Owen, RSD. He said the same thing. He said all this energy and stuff is they attack you because they feel left behind. Every person who has been really successful and has stretched from their upbringing has experienced this shit. And it's just like, why are you, Brutus, why are you bringing out the lightsaber? Mama told you to stop playing with that thing. You cut off a finger. You know how expensive it was for them to sew it back on? Brutus, you cut my arm off. Why are you laughing? It's not funny. It's going to be a lot of money to get that put back on. The next thing you know, your ass is cut in half. People, now this is really a good part to put in this hustler mindset philosophy because this is something that's really funny. When you execute at a higher level to the point that hostility that Morning Blue was talking about, because I've experienced it, and it's ugly because when it happens, you're like this. I did not see that coming. It was just like, just whirlwind of fury. These people who will not execute on their dreams, will not execute on their passions, will not execute on their life, they will execute on their hate. They will amp up and work harder to fuck you than they will work to be successful. True story. Some of that shit's popping off in the fam right now. And the other members of the fam see what the hell I've been talking about for years. And they're like, I never knew. I'm like, they're both fucked up people. I've been telling y'all that. But y'all with that, ooh, kumbaya, we are family. No, they're not. They're the enemy. And they have lightsabers. And if I see them, I'm not even hitting them with the lightsaber. I'm going to bring the Falcon Millennium, and I'm going to hit them with the pump guns before they even get into the compound because they can't be trusted. They have to be annihilated. But seriously, when you execute hard, their execution is going to be an execution in fuckery to dampen or circumvent your fucking success. I'm like, it's crazy when you are with people and you're doing some stuff and you're just like this, your head down, you're executing, you're just like, you're working on your kung fu. You're getting things going on and you're getting really good. And you could do tricks and flip coins and you could disappear. You could like blow trees and shit up. And they're like, yeah, that's all nice and shit. But you know, if your kung fu was really good, you would have blew up the tree in 0.85 milliseconds faster, or it would have had a greater blowback. Yeah, that disappearing thing. I mean, but yeah, you didn't really materialize as quick as you did. You got work to do, boo. You got work to do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should just give that up. Maybe it's not for you. All of these things that come out as help and support are fuckery and hate. When you're supported, this is the language, this is the verbiage that people who support you. My Uncle Martin, nephew, I'm proud of you. Wow, you're doing something that no one else in the family's done. My girl, I'm just amazed at the things you do. You know where the next thing I know, she's pulling me in the bedroom. Just you get a different vibe, a different energy, because when people are saying that's not for you, I'm gonna give you a really fucked up example of some stuff that happened when I used to have a job. I used to work at Scottish Rite Emergency Medical Center, and one night I was in there, and I was a real chatty person. I would chat everyone up, chat, just yak, because essentially I was in charge of putting needles and IVs in children in front of their parents who've been up all night. The kid's been vomiting. They're stressed out. I'm putting the needle in. The kid's screaming his head off. Can you see the stressful moment? So that's when I became really chatty, started telling jokes, started flirting with wives in front of it, everything to distract them because of what we were getting ready to do. And sometimes you have to hold the kid down, and the mom's like, and the dad's like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, sometimes you have to take the parents out the room. You just had to take them out of the room, or you wasn't going to it just wasn't going to happen. Well, there was this one group, similar thing. The kid was somewhat combative. I had to talk to him. I think he was about 7 or 8. And this was my approach to doing this. Because first of all, you can't lie to the kid because other procedures are coming. So if you lie and then they're already scared, then they're going to go from scared to not trusting you. And that's not a good combination. So I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. And then the parents just, I'm going to put a needle in your arm, and then we're going to hook this stuff up because you need fluid because you're dehydrated, and that's why you feel really crappy. But I'm scared. I know you're scared. Is it going to hurt? Yes, it's going to hurt because you can't like trick them because once you lie to them. I've seen nurses oh my God, the next thing you know, the kid's like hanging up on the light, like feet there, vomit and diarrhea coming all over the place. I mean, seriously, it was a madhouse. And then I talked to him and I said, just give me your arm. It's going to hurt. It's going to be quick because, he had been stuck before and it wasn't successful. And he's like, are you going to do it right? Because the last one didn't do it right. It hurt. And I said, dude, it's going to be okay. I got a little technique and we're going to do it. And my thing was to distract him because sometimes I would like throw balls against the wall, anything where they'd be like, oh, do it and get in there. And then, oh man, then, and the thing is, I was bigger than I am now. I was much bigger than I am now because I was like diesel. Arms were like 22 inches and shit. And they were just like, how the hell did this big motherfucker be so kind and gentle to my little kid? Oh, Lord, I like him. Well, we had got to the point where it was cool. The child was being hydrated, had to go back in. And then I was talking about, for a goof, I took the postal exam, right? Because everyone's talking about go get one of those postal jobs because I was at a point where I was extremely dissatisfied with life. And I mean, I had skills. I mean, I got a job in the recession just like that. So I was good, but I was unhappy. And I made the mistake of saying this. And the guy was like, oh yeah, postal sir, for you, that's a great, I mean, the way he said for you. And I was just like, I had that Dave Chappelle moment. I don't know if you saw the Oprah special when he was saying that guy was just like, I was just laughing too hard. He was like, hey, that's not the right laugh. That for you, I mean, it just went down my spine. I was just instantly insulted. And I said, well, it's just something I'm evaluating. But for you, it's a great thing. And you got great, I mean, he was just going on. He was racially trying to be helpful, but he was trying to be helpful. Certainly, it wasn't from a place of malice. That's what made it so fucking disgusting. It was for you, big black man, that's a good thing. Now, if he's out there watching, look at me now, bitch. Look at me now. But that was the kind of stuff that would go on because people would look at me and make certain assumptions and not realize my greatest attribute was between my ears. That this is it. I'm a neck up dude. I'm a neck up dude. Everything below neck, you know, a lot of stuff below the neck needs work. Be straight up, but below the neck, this is the magic. This is the palace. This is where the shit happens. And that shit pissed. I was in a bad mood for about 4 hours. Like, how dare that motherfucker say that shit to me? Marginalize my success, marginalize my intellect. Like, for you, I was like, I mean, it was just like he was so excited. And I was just like, I had to go outside back. I was there with the paramedics. I was just sitting there. They smoked. I wasn't even smoking. See, they were smoking, but I had smoke coming off my head. So I was just like that fucking mad. But these are the kind of things that happen when you threaten people. There's this thing called positional leadership. When someone's a mother and she gets that, or becomes a father, that's usually a positional leadership move that they work their way into, because it's not to say they can't become a great mother or father, but typically, especially with first-time parents, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I've been there. So that positional leadership, and you have all of this authority and all this, but you don't know what the hell you're doing. That's a recipe for disaster. I mean, it just is. It just really is. But those are some of the things that's going to help you execute your success, is being honest with what things are, especially dealing with the fam tip, because as you're executing this, you're cha, 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 cha. You know, and you're just sitting there like, I'm executing. You all happy and stuff. It's like, look, I'm executing. And they're like, slow down. You're going to wear yourself out. I'm going to tell you another thing that I did not figure out until a long time after it was over. I was dating someone who I did not know was jealous of me. I had no clue until after it was over. Just little things like, you shouldn't work so hard. I was like, you should go take breaks. And my dumb ass was like, oh, she's just worried about me working too hard. No. She was worried that I was going to continue to be outpacing her sorry ass. That's what the problem was. Take breaks, do this, slow down, go outside, be with the people, blah, blah. I'm just sitting there like, I know more people than you do. What are you talking about? This is my thing. When I'm working, when I'm executing my kung fu, I get into it. Because I've learned when I'm working on the project, I have to immerse myself into it or it will not finish. It was just boom, 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 boom. I have to go ahead and get a certain level of work done to feel satisfied that this project is worthy of my time and will be finished. So I will shut the phone off. I will not talk to you. I will order in and I will get it done. Now, what's funny, that same work ethic is what many of the most successful companies put on their programmers. So it's called a shut-in economy. I'm in that dude. I would be perfectly comfortable in San Francisco in the high rise like everyone else, because it's like they're working and they order in. I mean, I'll be straight up. I order a lot of shit off Amazon, and Target is literally 2 miles away. And I will order it on Amazon because, I got to get in my car. I got to go down there. I got, it's like an hour and a half that I'm going to, I'll just order it. I'll just order it. That's just me, because that's how I execute. I take my energy away from things that I could do, but they still require energy. They still require me to show up. So I just remove those things from the action plan and then fill that with something that makes money. And that's how you execute. And then, I've actually got that in one of my courses, because if you're hustling as an entrepreneur, you're trying to build something, you got to get rid of all that small petty shit. Like washing your car, going to the store, get someone else to do that while you work on your business. That's going to push your business, because you only have 24 hours in a day. You only have so many molecules of energy. So you're going to use 150 molecules of energy to go to the store. You can use 150 molecules of energy to build your business. Your business is going to give you way more return for the output than going to the store. Just saying. All right. If you like the content of this hustler mindset philosophy, you should. I've got something for you. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit in depth. So we're going to jump here and I'm going to tell you what's going down. Today is the 18th, 19th, I don't know. But on the 26th, a lot of stuff's going to change. There will be more courses here. And the affiliate program will start the 27th or the 28th. Now, this is how my affiliate program is going to work. You must be a member of the Hustle Mindset Life Skills platform to be eligible to be an affiliate. You also will only be able to sell what you bought. So everyone that comes in as a life skills founder will be able to sell any and everything from now going forward. Whatever I add to the course, no problem. You'll be able to sell it. You come in afterwards, there will still be a bundle where you can buy everything, but it's going to be way higher than 150 bucks. I'm just letting you know that right now, way higher. So that's something you should evaluate as you're looking at this. Also, I'm going to hold training courses. What we're going to do is once a week, I'm going to teach you how to sell my stuff. But see, this is the thing. I'm not investing in you if you don't invest in me. I've done that too many times and I know how this goes. And I am perfectly comfortable because I mean, between both platforms, there's 200 people in there. So I already got a critical mass. If I can get 20 or 30 of those people who are already in the platform to sell, I'm good. That's like having a sales force of 20 people, because see, I'm not going to do this like everyone else does it on the internet. You go ahead, you create the affiliate program, and people get these websites and landing pages and all of this. No, this is going to be a sales organization. I'm going to tell you what books to read. I'm going to teach you how to sell, because the thing is, if you're in that course and you're following the lessons of the course, you're going to become a better salesperson. So essentially, you would be able to, if you come in now and just sell a few courses, 2, 3, or 4, your shit is free plus a profit. I set this whole thing up like this. When I put out the Gumroad affiliate, that was a test, and I'm glad I did it, because if I'm firmly convinced the way that I'm doing this is going to be fine. Because once again, I don't need hundreds and thousands of affiliates. Because see, this is what's going to happen. The Pareto rule. It's going to be 80. It's going to be 20% of the affiliates that's going to make 80% of the sales. I already know this. So those people who are stroking it, I'm going to actually give, maybe send them to webinars or sales training or something like that. That's the thing I'm building. And so for those of you sitting there like, I want it cheap, you are missing the value like you would not believe. And that's why I put stuff here at the end of the video, because I will tell you, end of the video conversions are the best conversions, because that's someone that's invested in me, invested in what I'm doing, invested in what I'm saying, versus this other things. Now, beginning of the video conversions could be great, because someone could have seen what I'm doing. That's like, oh, I'm going to get this and I'll watch the video later. But that's what's going down. So if you want to be an affiliate, that's what you have to do, because after the 26th, it's going to be extremely expensive to become an affiliate. I'm just letting you know. All right, this is Glendon. Once again, all information is below the video, and I will see you in the next session.